All right. Part B.2, positioning and mouse event. Yeah. All right, so in this part, we will learn two topics. Positioning. First one, positioning, actually, it is a CSS topic. Yeah. And we learned this concept before, but I didn't show you examples. So here I like to give you two examples to let you feel about this concept. How do we use absolute and relative type positioning? Yeah. Second topic, mouse event. That is for the JavaScript. Important basic concept, event used in JavaScript. Yeah. All right. First, let's look at the absolute positioning concept. Yeah. First, let me talk about this example. The example is included in the zip file for part B.2. Yeah, so you will see it. Under the notes, I put this zip file. So you can download, you go there, you can find this HTML, so you can, play around, double click. Yeah. So here, because it's so simple, I just describe it. So I do not need to, click it and show you. Yeah. All right. abspos.html, what do we have? The main elements we have in this file. Yeah. So let me describe it. Yeah. First, the CSS rules. The first one, the class rule, dot reg text class. Well, we define this class. Yeah. All right. Then dot abs text. Yeah. The second class. Yeah. In this way. Yeah. Position. The key part is the position. We take absolute. Yeah. What's the meaning? Yeah. I will explain. Yeah. When we look at the example, then with this absolute position, then how do we adjust top, left? Yeah. So then for the font, style, we make the description. Yeah. Now, then the text part. Yeah. The text. So this is the style part. So this part, the style part. All right. Then this part, text part. All right. Now let us understand the text part. Text part, you can see outside you have this P element that we use the class reg text. Yeah. All right. Then we print out a block of text. All right. Then inside the content, we put another element inside it. All right. Yeah. So this element we use span. So look at the span. So what is span? Span inline, right? Yeah, inline element. Yeah, span. Span class abs text. ABS text using the absolute position value. Yeah. Then the text part. So how do we understand absolute positioning? Yeah, let me show you the result first. This is the result. You can see there are two styles of text. Yeah. One, it's like the background, small fonts, smaller fonts. Yeah. That corresponds to the parent element. Parent element, right? Parent child, parent element. Yeah. So that's the content for the parent element. Then the child, this is the child element. The child element larger font, capital characters, yeah. All right, so, and the style, yeah. So that's the, you can see, you know, the gray color font, right? Yeah. But how do we use the absolute positioning based on the definition? When you use the absolute value for position property, yeah, the reference, yeah, the reference is, yeah, so this is the current element. Yeah, we use, yeah, because this current element uses this absolute position, right? So the current element. Then absolute with respect to what, right? You need to have some reference. The reference is its most recent ancestor element. Most recent ancestor element. Yeah. Higher level, yeah. But the closest, or yeah, the wording we also use closest ancestor element. Yeah, closest. Yeah. So this is the closest ancestor element, right? So that's the reference location. Based on that location, then we set top 25 pixels, left 25 pixels, right? The box of its reference, yeah, so this is the box of the closest ancestor element, right? With respect to this box, yeah, top 25, yeah, top 25 pixels away from the top, all right? Left 25 pixels from the left. In that way, you can arrange the current element. Here we treat this as the current element, its position. So you can understand that way. Yeah. So with this concrete example, now you understand why we can use this way. Yeah. All right. So that's our first example. Our second example about relative positioning. Yeah. All right. Yeah. A little different. So let us use another simple example to understand it. rel_pus.html. Yeah. So this time we define this way. Yeah. First class, reg text. Yeah. Some font size, style. Yeah. Second, yeah, class spec text. Yeah. And the main part is position value relative. How do we understand position value relative? Yeah, let us look at example. Yeah. All right. The text part, this is the text part. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Higher level apples are higher level. Yeah, we have that. Then inside it, you can see we have a span. That's an inline element. Yeah, because span, we mean inline element. You know inline element, right? Yeah, using the current flow. Yeah, you do not start from a new line. Use the current flow. All right. Then current flow, you have a default location, right? Yeah, relative to the default location, you make an adjustment. That's relative. All right, relative to the default location. All right, let me show you an example. All right, first you have a default location. This is a default location. All right, so this is default. Default means you do not apply that relative position in rule. Yeah, so you remove that relative position. Okay, remove that position colon relative, that property. Yeah, then so you have this inline. So this is good, capital font good, using its default location, because you have a flow, you have default location, all right? So then, now we use that relative property. You get this, see, you make an adjustment, right? How to make the adjustment? Move towards top direction 15 pixels relative to the current location. Current location start from there. Yeah. So here, look at that. Let us compare these two lines. All right. Let's draw the baseline of the first example. Yeah, like that. Then we draw the baseline of the second example. You can see we move up, right? Move towards top direction by 15 pixels. That's the meaning. Okay, pretty straightforward. Yeah. All right, so that's the meaning for the relative position. Yeah. So you have current flow, default location, starting from there, then you move up, down, left, and right. All right, yep. So that's what we need to do. Yeah. All right. So these two examples try to understand the meaning of these two commonly used positioning values, absolute and relative. Yeah. All right, next, JavaScript event topic. Here we just use the mouse event to try to understand this concept, event concept. Yeah. The example, yeah, two files. First, anywhere.html, then there is an external JavaScript file, anywhere.js. Yeah. Then they are connected using that script element inside the HTML file. Yeah. So you can double click this anywhere.html. Then, here let me describe when you play around, what will you see? Yeah. After you double click anywhere.html, you see nothing. Yep, you see nothing, but put your mouse cursor anywhere on the page, press it, you see a string printed at your mouse cursor location. After you release the mouse button, it's gone. Then you move to a different location, click it. That red string display at that location, after you release, it's gone. Yeah. So this simple example, we can learn that how do we use JavaScript event to do some actions. Yeah. All right, so let's look at the code part. Yeah. In anywhere.html, first we associate mouse down event. Here, the first event has a name. Mouse down, on mouse down, that is the name of event. All right. When this event is triggered, this JavaScript function is called display it JavaScript event. JavaScript function. Yeah. And there is an event as the parameter. Event object. Here, this is event object. Yeah, we will understand this object later. Yeah. Here you just know this event, when it is triggered, an event object is generated. And you need to write a code using this event object. All right, so you need it. Yeah. All right, mouse on, mouse up. Yeah, release the mouse button on, mouse up. You call a different function, hide it function. All right, yeah, so that's simple. Then the text part. Yeah, we want to show a string at a mouse cursor location. Yeah. All right, so the span element ID message, yeah, the style information, yeah, the content, please don't click here, yeah, the content. So you see that red string, yeah, because the color is red, yeah. All right, then the definition of two functions. Yeah, all right. First, let me explain the event object. Event object. Yeah. When an event happens, on mouse down, one event happens. Second, on mouse up, second event. When an event happens, the browser creates an event object. Yep, the browser automatically creates that event object. But you need to get that object, right? Yep, here, this event, that is, that it refers to that event object. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sometimes people use EVT. Yeah, not necessarily the whole event name. Sometimes people also use EVT. Yeah, also another common way to represent that event object. Yeah. But the browser will connect it. Yeah. So don't worry. Yeah. And sometimes people just use E. Okay. Also can refer to the event object. Yeah. All right. So puts details into it because associated with that event, so a lot of details. So the coordinates, right? X coordinates, Y coordinate, the location. Yeah. So that information is stored in that event object. Yeah. Into it and then pass it as an argument to the handler. Yeah. An argument to the handler. Now you need to handle that event in your JavaScript functions. Yeah. So let us look at the definition. Yeah. Oh, yeah. First, this event, our first event, on mouse down, the event occurs when the user presses a mouse button over an element, over one particular element. Here, which element? The body element. So, anywhere in the page, that's the bottom element, body element. All right, yeah. But you can replace that element by a different element, right? Yeah. All right. Event, on mouse up, second event. So the event occurs when the user releases a mouse button over an element. Yeah. Now, definition of the first function. Yeah. In this anywhere.js, yeah, two functions. The first function, display it EVT. Yeah, look, the definition EVT. Yeah, here. Yeah, we use that. Yeah. So whatever passed their event here, the variable name EVT. All right. So first, the variable down. So you get this element. You get the control of that element first, using this way. After you get control, now you can modify. So you can display this element, but when you display, you can modify the style. You can see here there are three pieces style information we modify one by one. All right. The first statement we modify dom.style.left, location to the left, right? Location to the left, yeah. Event.client x coordinate, the mouse cursor, x coordinate. So there is a number of pixels. That number of pixels minus 130. Now, because you want to make an adjustment, so that number you minus 130. Yeah. How do you get? You may ask, how do we get 130? By experiment, right? When people write the code, so you use different numbers. So which one looks right? So then you use that number. After many experiments, you want to get the best adjustment values. Yeah. So here, x coordinate adjustment value 130 pixels, that plus px, the unit, px unit. Yeah. All right. So you change that property value. Yeah. The second property value you want to change, the top, the distance from the top. Yeah. Y coordinate EVT dot client Y, capital Y, minus 25 adjustment, all right, plus PX. All right. The third one, visible, yeah, the visible, third one, dot visibility property, you set visible. All right, so in that way, so you see that string displayed in that location visible, right? All right, the second, hide it. So this time you want to hide that element. What do? You set visibility value to hidden. That's it. Okay, location is not important. Yeah, whatever location it is, you just set that visibility property to hidden. So it's gone. All right, so next time you click in different location, then you set it visible again, and you adjust, location of that string to be displayed. Yeah. All right, so you can play around, try to understand, all these things. Yeah. So we complete B.2 video right here. Yeah.